There's a rumor that if you enter the elevator in Building 12 after midnight and press the buttons in a certain sequence, the elevator won't stop at any normal floor. They say it takes you somewhere else. Some call it purgatory, others call it the basement below all basements, but the few who returned call it the underworld. It started in the hallway. She was walking past the mirror to get to her bedroom. Just a glance, that's all it should have been. But the reflection didn't move with her. It stayed still, frozen, smiling. She froze, took a step back. Now the reflection followed. Like normal. Was she imagining things? The elevator didn't stop, not until B66. The doors creaked open. Zeke stepped out into blackness, not just darkness. The air felt thick, buzzing like the moment before a thunderclap. And then he heard them, chains, dragging, moaning, whispering in dozens of voices. They weren't words, just hunger and rage. He backed into the elevator, but the doors didn't close. Then he saw it. A figure, crawling from the shadows. Its arms were too long, its head was a sack of stitched skin, and it whispered without a mouth. "This is the floor you were always meant for." By the third night, she couldn't sleep. The mirrors were covered, all of them. She draped sheets over them, used duct tape. She even unplugged the hallway nightlight. But that's when she started hearing sounds. Tap, tap, tap. Like when Zeke made it to the lobby. Hours had passed, or maybe days. The building was empty. Dust covered everything. Phones were dead, and outside, the sky was red. Not sunset red, hell red. Lila screamed and threw her phone. The screen shattered, but when she turned back, the reflection was gone. Not missing. Gone. Nothing in the mirror, just an empty room behind her. After that, Lila changed. Neighbors said she never left her apartment anymore. She started staring into mirrors again for hours, like she was searching for something or someone. They say mirrors are harmless, glass and silver. They reflect what's there and nothing more. But what if one day, your reflection stops following you? That's exactly what happened to Lila. And if you ask her now, she'll tell you the thing in her mirror was never her reflection. It was just pretending. It started in the hallway. She was walking past the mirror to get to her bedroom. Just a glance, that's all it should have been. But the reflection didn't move with her. It stayed still, frozen, smiling. She froze, took a step back. Now the reflection followed. Like normal. Was she imagining things? By the third night, she couldn't sleep. The mirrors were covered, all of them. She draped sheets over them, used duct tape. She even unplugged the hallway nightlight. But that's when she started hearing sounds. Tap, 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 like fingernails on glass, coming from behind the mirror. And then the voices came. Whispers, just under the breath, too low to understand. Except for one word. Switch. She woke up again, cold sweat. Her apartment was dead silent, except one mirror wasn't covered anymore. The bedsheet had been pulled down, folded neatly on the floor. Lila stood, breathing heavy, holding her phone light up to the mirror. Her reflection was awake, standing upright, while she still sat in bed. It smiled and whispered, "Let me out." Lila screamed and threw her phone. The screen shattered, but when she turned back, the reflection was gone. Not missing. Gone. Nothing in the mirror, just an empty room behind her. After that, Lila changed. Neighbors said she never left her apartment anymore. She started staring into mirrors again for hours, like she was searching for something or someone. Sometimes at night, people walking by her window say they hear tapping and whispering from inside her walls. One person swears they saw her standing in the window, but her reflection in the glass was still sitting, just watching. Next time you pass a mirror, look closely. Watch for the blink. If it's just a second too slow, or if it smiles before you do, don't look away. Don't run. It already knows your name. This was Tales from the Abyss. Subscribe, and remember, never trust the glass. When I was 16, I was sent to a crumbling boarding school buried deep in the hills of Devon. It was the kind of place where silence lingered too long, where old portraits followed you with their eyes, and where students whispered about the one room no one entered after dark. They called it the Whisper Room. It was room 302, always locked, cold even in summer. The teachers ignored questions about it, but we heard the rumors that a girl once went missing there, that she whispered to the walls, and the walls whispered back. One night, I got dared to sneak in, so I stole the janitor's key and went alone. The hallway was colder than the rest of the school, and dead silent. But when I opened the door to room 302, there was someone already inside. Not a person, a shadow shaped like one. It stood in the corner, unmoving, but I could hear it, whispering. My name, my real name, the one I never told anyone at this school. I backed away. It followed, not by walking, but by stretching across the floor, like smoke made of voices. The door slammed shut behind me. Lights flickered out. Then I heard breathing, right behind me. I turned and saw the girl, but only in the mirror. She was pale, eyes black and endless. Her mouth didn't move, but she spoke. Tell me your secrets, or I'll keep one of mine inside you. I ran. The door opened on its own, but as I left, she didn't follow. Not then, awaken. The next morning, the janitor was gone. So was room 302. Where the door had been, was now a blank wall, like it was never there. Sometimes, late at night, I hear whispering behind me, even when I'm alone. And sometimes, in mirrors that don't belong to me, I see her, smiling, waiting. You can try to forget what you hear in the dark, but the dark doesn't forget you, and secrets always whisper back. This has been Tales from the Abyss. Like, subscribe, and never speak your real name in the dark.